Excuse me. What up, y'all? What's going on? Your man Tone Space up in here. Alright, I just want to talk real quick about this term followers. It's a very common word in social media. It kind of propped up maybe, 5-6 years ago. Followers of Twitter. I think it probably started with Twitter. You know, Twitter, when you are part of someone's thing where you follow their work, I guess, you call it a follower. Then Instagram, you call them followers. YouTube, we call them subscribers, but even still, that term follower goes into Instagram. And Facebook, you could become someone's follower, especially if they have too many friends on their friends list. And after that, you could still follow them. Follower. It's a very common term. And I don't know, I'm a wordsmith. I'm a lyricist and everything, so you know I pick up on words and the details of it and the meanings, the underhanded meanings that may be implied, that may go over a lot of people's heads and stuff like this. So I'm just gonna get right to it. What kind of prompted this video is the comment section of a previous video I did, which I'm gonna go to right now. It's called, I'll put the link down to it in the description area. At the end of the day, Hassan Campbell. Getting straight to the point what I was saying. In that video, I basically was speaking of Hassan Campbell and those people that are in beef or contention with him that happen to use, his getting molested and the actual details of the act of molestation, getting fired or whatever you want to call it, stuff that he said it was or whatever. People that use that to make fun of him, and just how me personally, I take exception to that. Now, me, I'm just only one man. I just want to bring the attention of, look, at the end of the day, when you talk about that actual situation that happened to him, you're basically making fun of a 12 or 13-year-old boy. As Hassan Campbell himself said, he was 12 or 13 years old. Yes, I understand in a couple other videos, he might have even mentioned a 14-year-old at one time. Worst case scenario, let's say he was 14. Still, you just come into high school, you just getting your puberty, your hair coming up, you just starting to bust nuts, whatever. You're still a very young man. But the most common age, he says, was 12 or 13. Some people say, no, he was 16, 17, 18, all that. They like to put some cut on it, throw some extra years on it, whatever. But in that video, I said, well, at the end of the day, how do you know? The closest person to the source that you have that is going to be closest to the truth is the source. And if that source said 12, 13, or let's say 12 through 14, then that's what you go with. You know what I'm saying? So, even if there's a 1% chance that he is telling the truth when he says he was 12 or 13, then shit, as soon as you make reference to that situation, there's still a chance that you're making light and making fun of a 12 or 13-year-old boy that got molested. That's pretty much the crux of this video. Now, what kind of branched off into a new talking point, which is something that's been on my mind, my spirit for a little while, is, a little bit what went down in the comment section. I believe it's a gentleman, named Joe Mata or Matta. Joe Matta. That sounds kind of fly, but person named Joe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joe Mata, however you say it or whatever, right? He says, Hassan, not 12 or 13, so this explanation sucks. Right? To which I reply, sure, you can have a different outlook. Mine is still quite sensible and logical. Making fun of a child's molestation occurrence is making fun of that child. If I were labeled a genius at 9 years old and someone bigs it up, they're giving props to a 9-year-old me. I could be a stupid motherfucker today. Otherwise, you may as well say our past doesn't exist altogether. We kind of went back and forth, but try to get to the point that really kind of stuck out to me, that really brings up this whole followers mentality. Okay, Tone Space, people are always making fun of his always changing stories and his bitching on YouTube. He was in a sexual relationship with his supposed molester. No sympathy for thug gangster killers that make threats like a predator and want to act like a victim. What kind of victim threatens other people with rape and murder? A predator. In his own words, he said he doesn't need YouTube or people like you. So everyone sticking up for him is obviously a dumbass. He goes on to say, Tone Space, he said he wasn't going to make videos anymore. Why is he still bitching on YouTube? To which I reply, I think these comments are kind of out of order, but what did I say here? Peep what I say in the video. Most conflicts are convoluted. The 12 or 13-year-old boy, to my knowledge, didn't kill anyone. That boy didn't always change up a story. That boy got molested and quite possibly set that spirit in that boy that later did all that other stuff you're talking about. I'm not one of those people just blindly sticking up for Hassan. I'm not saying people don't have a reason to take issue with him. I'm only speaking on making fun of the specific situation of him getting molested at 12 or 13. He could have become a notorious, well-known pedophile after that situation. I still wouldn't make fun of the situation that set that in motion. Mr. Matter went on to say, Tone Space, according to Hassan, he doesn't need you or YouTube. Tone Space, videos and pictures prove otherwise, straight out of Hassan's mouth. Facts. Not quite sure what that specific message was about, but then his final one was, Tone Space, what you say doesn't matter according to Hassan. What part of do you not get about that? The you love your hero part or what? Now these last about 3 or 4 messages from him, that really got me thinking of the followers mentality. Because basically, if you watch that video, or even if you could just get it from the context of the comments that, I'm saying to this brother or whatever, you may pick up on the idea that, look, I was not trying to blindly just follow or support or rather stick up for Hassan Campbell. No, that's not what I was doing. I was simply extracting the one detail of people that make fun of his initial molestation or act of molestation, and how saying that you people that are doing that have your issues with him, you have to realize that by doing that, you're making fun of a 12 or 13-year-old boy or 14-year-old, whatever. You're making fun of a preteen or an early teenager getting molested. All between the this and the that, and putting others' mothers in the picture, and all the threats and everything. At the end of the day, when you cite that one situation out in a satirical type of manner, you're making fun of a young boy getting molested. That's all I was saying. It wasn't about if I'm going to stick up for Hassan Campbell, aka blindly follow Hassan Campbell. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't if I was trying to, like the last few comments he said, according to Hassan, he doesn't need you or YouTube. Well, where in that video do I imply that I'm concerned with his need for me, with his concern for me or YouTube? That's kind of what I was trying to say. I'm trying to let this guy know and everyone else know that, look, this isn't a Hassan support video. This is extracting that one detail that people are, making fun of in a satirical way and saying that, yo, dogs, you're making fun of a kid getting molested. That's the beginning and the end of the whole point that I was making. What you say doesn't matter according to Hassan. What part do you not get about that? So this guy, Mr. Joe Matter, is for some reason not getting the point that I'm just trying to talk about that one thing. I'm not just blindly sticking up for Hassan or trying to follow him, yet he's flipping it and he's making it where I don't see what he's getting. He's trying to tell me, look, Hassan doesn't care about you. How do you not get that? That wasn't even in my frame of reference of concern in making this video. That video was not for Hassan Campbell to see and be like, oh, shout out to Tone Space. None of that. I give a fuck less about that. I just wanted to extract that one little detail. In fact, in the video, I do mention other things of Hassan Campbell that I actually take exception and issue with. But in this social media or this social media sphere or whatever you want to call it of followers, this person right here, he was not able to get out of the mere black and white and see what I was saying, which is somewhere in between of a varied shade of gray. It's either black or white. You with them or you against them. You know what I'm saying? What part do you not get about that? The you love your hero part or what? Like, in no way was I, the man is not my hero. And I'm also going to go on record and say this. I do not consider myself a follower of Hassan Campbell. There's a whole lot of YouTubers that I like, that I check out. I do not consider myself a follower of any of those YouTubers. In fact, I do not consider myself a follower of any human being on earth. Who am I a follower of? Well, I answer to a higher authority. Shout out to those old kosher's Franks. Y'all know the commercial, the whole slang that I just referenced. You know what I'm saying? Little Easter egg for y'all. Sure, if I like someone on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, I may click that following button, but I don't, my mentality is not that of a follower of that person or any other man for that matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like in this follower generation, you see how they just dump this word on us so we could get to follow other men, to kind of like train us to have like a follower's mentality. So if we're people's followers, that means that those people are leading us. I mean, let's really break down the technicality of that term. If you're a follower of someone, then you're acquiescing and submitting that that person whom you're following is therefore your leader. Is he or she not? If you're following that person, doesn't that, really break the technicality of the line? Doesn't that mean that that person's your leader? I even get a little deeper with y'all. I call myself a fan of a lot of people, a lot of different YouTubers, a lot of different TV personalities, musicians, and everything. But if you really want to break down the forensics of in the etymology of the word fan, it's short for fanatic. I don't feel like I'm fanatic for anybody outside of myself, to tell you the truth. So yes, I'm a fan of a lot of people, but just in the casual sense. You know what I'm saying? So if I am a follower, it's just in the sense of hitting that follower button or that subscribe button or whatever. I don't consider myself a follower of any other man. The only person who is going to follow me that I expect to be a follower of me is whomever I take to become my wife. But you know what? In that case, I'll be able to confidently have her follow me on the sheer fact that I know that I'm not a follower of any other man. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. Think of all these men out here that are just blind supporters of followers of other people. And then they got their woman who's supposed to look up to and expect that man to lead, thus follow that man. Yet that man is following or whatever another person. You see how it gets kind of crazy? Maybe I'm digging too deep into the words, the little word game or whatever. But, words are very powerful and they definitely play on our subconscious. Personally, I think this term follower has been purposely dumped upon us in the social media world to kind of suppress our leadership or kind of suppress, our especially for us men, kind of like suppress us as actually being actual men. You know what I'm saying? Subconsciously, we keep seeing this word follow. I'm following that one. I'm following that one. I'm following that one. So that person's leading. So I don't know. And like I said, shout out to Joe Matters. Ain't nothing to really like break this dude apart or anything. I'm just trying. I let him get the last word. After that, I was like, well, yeah, some people gonna get it, some people not gonna get it. But I said I'll do this video. But yeah, all I was saying in that video, the Hassan Campbell video, was that one specific situation. I'll even throw you a bone, Mr. Joe Matter, just to show you what I'm talking about, because this is also going to lead into the whole followers mentality, right? Now, a lot of y'all may know Hassan Campbell's been having a beef with Sonetta, right? As I understand, Sonetta said something about Hassan Campbell's son. So Hassan Campbell replied, having some choice words to say about Sonetta's wife, right? Excuse me. Now, one of Hassan Campbell's followers is also doing videos in support of Sonetta and everything. And then homeboy put up a video of, showing Sonetta's wife and her homegirls or whatever in the kitchen dancing and everything. And then he put some old crazy music in the background, making a satire, trying to make fun of the thing, right? Now, Hassan Campbell didn't put this video out. He refused to go there, so to speak. However, Hassan has been bigging up his homeboy that follows him and telling people to check him out so that they could see that video getting that son at his wife. Now, my question would be, all right, to that person that's a follower of Hassan, what did Sonetta's wife do to you or any of your immediate family? I understand he said something about Hassan Campbell's son, All right, I got that. But what did Sonetta say about you specifically, the follower of Hassan, or anyone in your, anyone in your immediate family, your wife, your mom's, etc., etc.? You know what I'm saying? Now, I could be wrong. It's not like I follow pun unintended. It's not like I've been following the whole narrative and of any and everybody, of every mod, of everybody with a wrench and stuff like that. I don't know. For all I know, you could have, this person that rocks out with Hassan that put that video up, you could have already had a beef with Hassan. I mean, with Sonetta that's separate to that. Maybe he did say something about your wife, your sister, your mom's or something. I don't know. So we'll just call this a hypothetical. Let's say hypothetically, Sonetta never said anything about Homeboy, and then Homeboy got a video putting Sonetta's wife out in like a bad light or whatever to make fun of her. Then what part of the game is that? You know what I'm saying? And what part of the game, under this hypothetical, is it for Hassan Campbell, who has this person as his follower, for him to not only allow his follower to rock out and disrespect Sonetta's wife in that manner, but also to tell the people, his other followers and fans and people that's watching him, like, yo, if you want to check out the video, go to him because he got it. Even though you won't put the video up yourself, but you're going to support someone in this hypothetical situation that doesn't have anything to do personally with the situation. You know what I'm saying? That there's just putting Sonetta wife out there like that. So you're allowing him to do it. You're supporting him doing that. And you're telling your other peoples to go check his channel out so that they could see that and they could join in on the laughter. Now, what part of the game is that? You get what I'm saying? To me, again, this is a hypothetical. Like I said, there could be more to the story that I just don't know about. So we're going to say hypothetical, because even if it does not apply in this particular case, there are a lot of other cases in social media and in, third dimensional life where stuff like this does go down. So, take it with a grain of salt just in case I'm mistaken about any of the details, right? But when I look at situations like that, according to this hypothetical, as I said, to me, that's a follower. You feel what I'm saying? If that person have nothing to do with that beef, yet you're putting dude's wife out there just on the strength of the other dude that you're a loyal follower of, you know what I'm saying? And you're just going to do some old bogus shit on the side. To me, that's a follower. That's that shit that this Joe Mata was talking about, this love your hero part or whatever the crap is. You know what I'm saying? That's to me what that is that. And then it also could be, also you got to remember this YouTube thing, this social media game, a lot of people are looking for a come up. So, somebody might rock out with someone that's really big doing their thing, and they say, you know what, I'm going to join with the fuckery. This is going to get, my little numbers up. Let me throw my little PayPal link in there or whatever, get my little weight up with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Well, the way I see it, Hassan Campbell, because I've been checking him out from Jump Street. I don't think his inception wasn't off of just some fuck shit, off of some bullshit. It was off of some serious matters that he put out there. He got some notoriety. He's getting a little bread from super chats, monetization and all that shit, and so on and so on. And then after that, the little fuckery came later with contention with different other people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of people just looking for the come up. I'm not putting any assumptions or saying like, yeah, this nigga, that's all he's about. I don't know. Like I said, just consider this shit a hypothetical. I'm just speaking on it the way I see it. And if I'm wrong about something, about any of these particular individuals, then, you know what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt. We'll just call it a hypothetical because this shit is still happening. But according to that hypothetical, that's follower shit. Not someone that's just making an observation and citing one thing of people talking about a 12 or 13-year-old boy that got molested and then just speaking on it, how I'm not feeling that doesn't automatically make me someone that loves his hero or something. I'm my own fucking man, straight up like that. I'm not a follower. That's why I call these people diaper typers. Even in this little small enclave that I rock out with, the little fuckery zone of YouTube or whatever, it's happened time and time again. I'll be in a chat room, I'll be cool with somebody, with the host that's doing the show or whatever. I'm cool with them. And the other people in the chat that are supporters or followers of the host of the show, hey, Tone Space, what up, kicking with me in the chat or whatever. As soon as I have a discrepancy with the host of the show, let's say we get into a beef or whatever, What happens? The diaper typers, the followers, what do? Next thing you know, they airing me out in the chat. Oh, fuck, blah, 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 blah. A week may pass. I'm cool again with the host of that very show. And then what happens in the chat, those same people that done flip-flop, they back on the cool with me tip again because the host or the one that they're following is cool with me. Well, you know what? There's a message to all of y'all. If any of y'all ever did that, fuck that. Keep that same energy when you flipped on me. We'll go with your lowest denominator. I don't care if your true feelings are cool with me. If you flipped on me based on whomever you're following, and then I become cool with that person again, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Straight like that. Because what that means is I take that insulting. I take that, even if you flip like you're cool with me again, I take that insulting. I take it as minimizing me for whomever you're trying to appease that you're following. You feel what I'm saying? That minimizes me. It's like saying, oh, well, I ain't shit. You just going with the flow of whatever this motherfucker doing. Well, no, fuck you. I'm going to stand apart and let you know, like, look, I ain't with that bullshit. Don't say hi to me, anything like that. Keep that same ass energy that you had when you first flipped on me for whomever you're following. You know what I mean? I know I'm kind of going all over the place, but to me, these are followers. You know what I'm saying? The people that just blindly, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, I've been there. That's why I call them diaper typers. You know what I'm saying? Because they drop a lot of shit and then they change up on you like diapers as the wind blows with your interaction with whoever they're, following or sucking off, as they call it, or whatever you want to call it. These are true followers. And I'm basically here to say that don't be a follower. You know what I'm saying? Or, maybe I got it screwed up, because at the same time, on the same token, there are leaders out here. And how can you really have leaders if you don't have true followers? Yet, being a leader comes responsibility. Like, for example, if I got beef with another person that has their followers and I got my followers, right? And if that person says something about my kid, right? And then one of my followers does something or puts a video out about that person's wife, I'm going to have to holler at my follower. If I'm supposed to be the leader, I'm going to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Nah, don't do that, because homeboy didn't say anything about your family. Leave that shit alone. Yeah, I understand, you feel a little heated. Homeboy says something about my son and everything, but nah, don't do that. If anything, I'll do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't want to get you involved. That's leadership responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So the word follower has been thrown out there, and then the subtle word that's thrown out there is leader as well. Because whomever you're following, subtly that's saying that person is a leader. And once you're put in the zone or the title as a leader, now it's like all these new rules and new responsibilities that you have as a leader. A leader isn't just, Mr. Iron Fist that just, says jump and everyone else says how high. No, an actual leader's responsibility is to make sure that his people, his liege, or, whomever is following him or whatever, that they're on point. You know what I'm saying? Now, one word I do like is supporter. Supporter. I think supporter is a beautiful word, way better than follower. Because a supporter is someone that, if they support you and they see something kind of funny style that you're doing or something that they don't agree with, they should be able to support you with that word of advice. Kind of like what I'm doing in this video, to be able to say, yo, my man, or homegirl, or whatever, I think you're a little off point with such and such, such and such, such and such. You know what I'm saying? Is a follower going to do that? A follower is just, leader walking, follower walk behind. A supporter will walk with you, and if they see you about ready to walk off a cliff, grab you up and, pull you back and let you know, like, yo, you about to roll over, jump over a cliff. Whereas an actual true follower will just fall right off that motherfucker with the leader in which they're following. So I don't know. So to all of y'all that are followers, the best thing I could say is don't be true and real followers. Like, I do not want actual hardcore blind followers of myself and anything I do that may be on YouTube or wherever, music or whatever I do. I would not like actual followers, because I'm susceptible to mistake and to messing up, and to need people to be able to be like, yo, dog, you know, you kind of slipping on this, that, the third. You know what I'm saying? I need people around me that are like that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if I'm the leader or if I'm just another team member. I always try to keep myself open to advice and everything, and not to have people to just aye captain all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So even if I am to be in a leader position, I will always need that. Even when you have your wife, even if I'm to have my wife that is following me, you know, looking to me to support, to pave the way, to make sure the dangers ain't there so we could walk this thing together. Even in that situation, she also better be brilliant enough to see when I'm doing something stupid and to be able to holler at me and be like, yo, you know, yeah, you got to chill with such and such, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to speak on that real quick. Yeah, dude's comments, it was just crazy to me, because it's like he just didn't get, like, everything had to be black and white. Either you're just against this Hassan Campbell, or you're following him. Either you're banging on him, or you're looking for him to notice you for this, that, the third. No, dogs, it ain't like that. The overall thing that Hassan is about, you know, I rock with, as far as against pedophilia, child molestation, and other things, Agenda 21, other stuff that a lot of other people in the black YouTube areas don't talk about. That, you know, like all that good Richie from Boston stuff. If you don't know who that is, check out Richie from Boston. He touches up on a lot of, you know, extra stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Hassan Campbell with the child molestation, and also the higher level conspiracy topics that I notice other black YouTubers do not touch on. So on that level, yes, I support all day. As far as his beefs with other people and the things that lead to threaten this, that, the third, I don't get into any of that. And yeah, I see some stuff wrong that he does, and some wild wrong stuff that he says, and I also see a lot of stuff that other people do, a lot of wrong stuff that they say as well. Real quick before I go, I'll give another example. There's another YouTuber that, you know, does parodies and satirical stuff and everything. He's been doing satire on Hassan Campbell, including Hassan Campbell's molestation situation. I'm not feeling that. However, unless I'm wrong, unless I got some other details out of whack or whatever, one of Hassan Campbell's immediate responses, I believe, was to put out his phone number to try to get him fired from his job and some more other stuff. Totally bogus. To me, that stuff was totally bogus. Sure, I don't agree with the satire guy touching, no pun intended, you know, your molestation situation, because it's making fun of a 12 or 13-year-old boy, as I said in that other video. However, at the same time, by you hitting a publish button and putting yourself out there for the people, is going to be subject to that. You know, you're going to have people that's going to try to clown you, or you know that do satire and do comedy, and they're gonna rag on you and everything. So just as strong, Hassan, as you've been to come out against Africa Bambaataa, you got to be just as strong and resilient to be able to I don't want to say just, you know, accept stuff like you a punk or anything like that, but to not get out of character and not take things to other levels. If they're just keeping stuff on some YouTube stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like that, this same person that does satire, he done a little satire on me here and there. Me, I do a music thing. I get back him on some music stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, this very same person I'm talking about. But, you know, I wouldn't think, even though my shit was like, he never got like anywhere near as crazy on me as Hassan Campbell, but even if he did, I wouldn't think to try to expose his number and all this shit. Like it ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you just got to stay as brave as you were the very first time that you came out in public and you told on this fucking bitch ass cretin of a man that is out here doing this bullshit. And by that bitch ass cretin, I'm talking about Africa Bambaataa, just to be clear. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to be just as strong and resilient, you know? So yeah, I've been running my mouth enough. So I just wanted to clear that up. You know, I should just sarcastically end this by saying, yeah, follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, and all that shit. Well, I guess I just did there, didn't I? But yeah, in general, you know, hit the subscribe, hit the like, all that, or hit the dislike if you don't like the shit, you know. But yeah, I hope I, you know, brought something that's at least a little bit thought provoking, something to think about. All right, y'all, peace.